In the meantime, the best way for a voice actor like me to make regular money so that I can pay the mortgage every month is with monthly contracts or retainers. And the best way to get a retainer if you're a voice guy is with a TV or radio station. So right now I image 10 or 11 radio stations around the country. I guess the nearest one to here is in New York. Anybody familiar with the Hudson Valley area? WHUD? 100.7 WHUD. Ring a bell? Does that sound happy? The Valley's #1 hit music station. Power 98.3. Okay. So that's the kind of stuff I do. And this is a sample of various radio stations that I image, and TV stations also use imaging. You know, you hear the voice come on, go tonight on Channel 5 News at 10. Murder in Tucson. Whoops, I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from. But I'm hired as the news voice for TV stations. I got 4 or 5 of those right now, and they have to pay a monthly retainer fee whether I actually record anything for them or not, because they're like licensing my voice month to month, which is a pretty cool gig. So if you ever decide to get into voice acting, look into imaging. And this is a sound of what imaging is like for radio and TV.
Concert tickets before they go on sale. Cash and prices no one else can get. It's VIP treatment. Get connected and join Kiss Club. Now, classic soul. And today's R&B. Power 99. 103.1. Chicago's heart and soul. North Idaho's rock. 106.7 The Mountain. Listen to the future of dance music. Jammin' Z90, where dance music lives. Magic 95.7.
I love your radio station. It's sexy. I love that.
Soulful hits of yesterday and today. Your music. Chicago's heart and soul. Your morning show.
Murphy in the morning.
Your station. 103.1. Power 99. Now, even more ways to contact Kiss. Phone,
email,
and
the AT&T wireless text messaging board that scrolls right in front of us.
all you have to do is call Kiss. Magic 95.7. 103.1. Chicago's heart and soul. We're hot for you. 24/7. KSexRadio.com. The all-new Rock 106.7. There's only one radio station that plays smooth jazz. KMJZ. Only one station in Chicago knows your heart and soul. 103.1. Chicago's heart and soul.
Okay, so that's called radio imaging. And it's a very simple way to pay the bills every month. Speaking of radio, I found this one clip that I wanted to bring along to share with anybody who has maybe not heard it before. Casey Goes Nuts. Okay. Let me set this up first so you know. Casey Kasem, you know who he is. American Top 40, live from Hollywood. Okay. He's a great guy. Super, super nice guy. Do not let this audio clip you're about to hear change the way you think of a super nice guy named Casey Kasem, who doesn't do 1840 anymore, I think. But back in the day, in the mid-'80s, I believe it was, he had a particularly bad day in the studio. Really bad day. Things were not going right. He was irritated. Maybe his meds were off, I don't know. But a good friend of mine was the producer of American Top 40, and he snuck this out of the studio one day, and this has become a very famous audio clip called Casey Goes Nuts. Please don't mind Casey's language.
Now, we're up to our long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio, and here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's go start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please. See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions, and then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but goddamn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a goddamn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. This is last goddamn time. I want somebody to use his fucking brain to not come out of a goddamn record that is, that's up-tempo, and I gotta talk about a fucking dog dying.
Really, it was a bad day for Casey. He's a nice guy. He really is. Did you enjoy that? Anybody who hadn't heard that before? Isn't that a classic? But you know who Casey Kasem is, right? Yeah, I love hearing people like that mess up. So back to radio, and I played sampling radio imaging for you a minute ago. I had what I thought was a brilliant idea about 5 years ago. You know, Duke was still in his heyday, and you know, I sell recordings of custom Duke recordings. I'm always having people ask me for recordings of Duke. And there was a radio station that ripped off the 8-bit samples from Duke Nukem 3D that they started using as imaging on the air. You know, old stuff like "Let's Rock." It's like, God, why are they using that? They're not paying me for it. Is that legal? Well, there were no rules set at the time as to whether you could take audio off of a video game and use it on the air. You still can. There's no licensing for that. Nobody's thought that far ahead yet. And then a little light bulb went off over my head and I went, wow, how about Duke Nukem as a radio imaging voice? That could be pretty cool. I'll call it Duke Rockem. And so I put this demo together.
The name's Nukem. Duke Nukem. Here to rock and roll and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum. K92, let's rock.
Now, Duke Rockem radio imaging is available for your station.
Come get some.
Among adult males across America and around the world, Duke is a voice synonymous with kicking ass and taking no prisoners.
Hail to the king, baby.
He's all attitude.
You guys suck.
And now, Duke is on the radio.
This is KTID, K-Tit, playing the breast.
No, not his. Yours.
K92 has balls of steel.
New music.
Finger 11.
New music.
Ozzy. Lincoln Park.
It's 5 years old.
K92.
New music.
That really rocks. Touch that button and I'll rip your head off and down your neck. You're locked on to the Fox Rock Network. Let's rock. What? You don't know all the words to these songs? Then just hum along. We can always use a good hummer. Rock 104.4. Come get some. Nobody knows classic rock hits better than FM 99. Hit after hit after hit. You really got me now. Got me so I don't know what to do. Touch that dial. There's gonna be trouble. FM 99. Classic rock hits that really rock.
With Duke, one thing's for sure.
I've got balls of steel.
Does your station have a pair? With Duke Rockem radio imaging, you'll get a pair. Two voices, Duke and his female companion. That's me.
Your imaging genius tells us what to say, and we say it. No questions asked. Oh, what was I thinking?
So what are you waiting for? Christmas? Duke Rockem radio imaging is available exclusively from Jon St. Productions.
Where is it?
For market availability and rates, email us, including your market and call letters, or call us in studio.
Now get back to work, you slacker.
One radio station bought it. God bless Ohio. It was a radio station in Ohio, the Fox Rock Network, and they used it on 3 of their stations, actually. So Oh well, it's short-lived. But I'm thinking when Duke Nukem Forever comes out, if y'all make it really popular by everybody buying 3 or 4 or 5 copies each, please pay my mortgage, buy my game. Maybe it could lead to, popularity of Duke again, and maybe sell some of that stuff. Now, last year when I was here, somebody on the, in my panel said, "Do you really have balls of steel?" You're so funny. Well, you know what? Yeah, I got balls of steel, and I brought them with me. I take these everywhere I go now. Listen, they're magical. Come on, is there a better prop? Everybody's got these Chinese balls in their house somewhere collecting dust, right? I'm actually putting them to good use. Balls of steel. Okay. I do take photographs with you guys, too. If you want to step up and have a photograph after this session, that's fine, and you can hold my balls. It's your call. I only have a couple of more audio clips that I brought to share with you. I have a ton of video that I wanted to share, but unfortunately I did not buy the proper adapter for my iPad to put it on a screen, so my bad. I really wanted to show you what I looked like with a mullet in the 80s. No, because it's funny. They're TV commercials, but I'll try to show some of you these. If you're interested, let me know, and I'll just let it run up here when you come up. Plus, another thing I'm doing, some of you already know from if you partied with me last night, I have a signature pad on my iPad here. I do thousands of autographs year-round at different conventions. I'm always signing stuff. This year, you guys are paying me back, and you're signing my damn iPad. So anybody who comes up here and wants my autograph, you're autographing my thing because I want something back, okay? That's how that works. I only have this one audio clip left that I haven't used yet. Is just a little sample of a TV pilot for a show that I'm hoping will take off, because if it does, I'll be narrating it all the time. It's called Eerie Tales, and they want a kind of a strange, one of those voices that makes you uncomfortable when you're listening to it, to describe some odd situation. So this is called Eerie Tales. Watch for it. It could be on a TV near you sometime this year, hopefully.
Ever since a child, Perry Ross had always had a fascination with carnival sideshows. However, his visit to an unusual sideshow one November evening will have particularly chilling consequences. It is a tale entitled The Curse of the Illuminated Freak. Perry had always found freak shows thoroughly compelling. Since childhood, nature's abnormalities had captivated the middle-aged attorney. Perry was not alone in his fascination with the strange and the unusual. From its very inception, civilized society had always had a morbid fascination with the oddities of the human condition. Creatures emerging from the womb in a myriad of grotesque and nightmarish shapes.
Fuck yeah!
Sorry,
yeah.
I just threw that in for fun because it was boring me. Okay, so that's pretty much all of the audio clips I have to share with you. I do have something here also that you can look at if you want to when you come up here. And that is the at least one page of the original script from the Duke Nukem Forever recordings that I finished this last year. So if you want to see some of the dialogue Duke has already recorded, that I've recorded. I'm speaking about myself in the third person. I'm sorry, I lost myself for a minute there. The hangover is still lingering. You can have a look at this script when you come up here. Let's do some more Q&A because you have already... Sir, why don't you come up here right now and get this, because your question was superb. If I were a bird and I could choose to shit on any car, what model would it be? That was great. What's your question, sir? Wow, you know Uncle Boogie? Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a cover band called Uncle Boogie. In fact, our next gig is at Disneyland on the stage that made the Beach Boys famous. At Tomorrowland, thank you. It's not till May, so we've got a little time off. We just played New Year's Eve at a millionaire's house in Rancho Santa Fe, California. We still play regularly. We're a 7-member band. We're a dance cover band. I know that kind of doesn't suit, go with my personality. But I can give you a sample of Uncle Boogie. I think Uncle Boogie's on my iPad. Uncle Boogie's a cover band, and we started out, believe it or not, as a band called Chaos Theory, playing rock and roll in bars. And it sucked. Because we drink more alcohol than we were being paid, and we ended up paying the damn bar at the end of the night. So, all over the country now, basically, as in Southern California, you know, there's Indian gaming casinos. In Southern California, it's huge. They're everywhere. And in San Diego County, there's a dozen. So we got on the casino circuit, playing in the lounges and such. And we decided if we're going to make money, people want to dance to a band. You have to be a dance band. So yeah, we play Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Johnny Cash. I mean, we do everything way back. If it's danceable, Uncle Boogie plays it. And I can give you a little sample of Uncle Boogie here real quick, just for the hell of it. I can't guarantee that I'm singing on any of these particular clips. I know there's a... Oh, here we go. Here we go. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'll hold it up anyway. These are my bandmates. Video production is another thing I do on the side, so I produce the video here. Can you see this, or am I wasting your time? Okay. And Casey and the Sunshine Band. Can you imagine me doing that shit? Oh, that's me singing. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with too much more Uncle Boogie. This is definitely not your thing. But speaking of music, last night, or should I say this morning around 2 a.m., I had this entourage with me. We were going, you know, room to room to room parties. And when the room parties ran out, I said, hey, let's go to Jam Space. So we all went to Jam Space. And during the evening, I started writing lyrics for my song called Balls of Steel. And there were musicians in Jam Space who were willing to let me jump up and try it, and a little bit of an audience, and they seemed to really like it. So at 4 o'clock this morning, I wrote the last verse for Balls of Steel. And I'm hoping after this panel that I might be able to go right over to Jam Space, and if there's some musicians there who are willing, let me get up and do the whole thing. And if you mind videotaping it for the internet, that would be really cool. Okay, cool. Interested in the lyrics? Okay. So it's a 1-4-5 blues and E. Da 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 da. You know how those songs go. Da da. When I was a boy, Dad is. Oh, you got to do the music for me. Dad has said to me, son, if you don't learn how to fight, you better learn how to run. I'm telling you, son, it's for real. You gotta have balls of steel. You'll need a strong pair of nuts. If you're gonna kick some butt, you gotta have balls of steel. Da 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 da. 2, 3, da da. I once met this girl. She seemed mighty nice, but she was a tough one. Had my balls in a vice. That's when I knew it was for real. Da da da. That I needed balls of steel. You know that I may just explode if I don't shoot her my load from my big balls of steel. Da, 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 da. Okay, here's the verse I wrote at 4 a.m. Da, da, da. I came here to MAGFest to speak and to play, but I gotta tell you, I got much more to say. I'm telling you all how I feel. Da, da, da. I'm hoping you'll make me this deal. Now that I sang you this song, can we please say so long to me saying balls of steel? What do you think? Does that work? Cool. It doesn't need another verse, does it? Guitar solo in the middle there, that's a 4-minute track, I figured. So I'm hopefully going to get it recorded at Jam Space today. That would be nice. Okay, so let's get back to Q&A because I've been talking your ear off for what? Okay, yeah, it's been an hour. You had your hand up first, sir, back there. Yeah. Right. I wish more people knew from the game Twisted Metal 4. The character I did called Sweet Tooth Spokesperson. You know that one? That's the most maniacal frickin' voice I've ever done, and I did lose my voice for 3 days, but that was the just most evil sounding character you've ever heard? I would love to do that one some more. So, pick up Twisted Metal 4, should be real cheap now on eBay. Don't skip ahead to the fucking game. Let the trailer play at the beginning so you can hear what I do. It's funny, you know, my kids loved that game when it came out. But inevitably, they put the disc in the PlayStation and skip right to the game every time. And, oh, you missed Daddy's part. Shut up, Dad, we're playing. Boy, gratitude. Back there. Yes.
Just so you know, I heard there's a new one coming out, so...
Twisted Metal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not on it. I'm not on it. There's all new Sonic the Hedgehog games too, and I'm not any of those. In fact, what happened... thank you, because I don't want to do Big the Cat anymore. But you know what happened with Sonic the Hedgehog was that some producer somewhere decided he didn't want the people from the video game on the TV show. So they recast to do the TV show, which is understandable. But then they decided they liked the people on the TV show so much, and it was the brand now that when they went back to do the video games, they fired all of us who were on the games and used the TV voice actors. Are you on it? Oh, okay. Yeah, me and Ryan Drummond really pissed, because he was Sonic. Yeah. And Jenny Doulard, who was Sonic's girlfriend. Great little voice actor chick. Hot, too. Do you know Jenny? Anyway, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? I thought I know I was thinking it. Yes, sir.
Have you ever voiced any monster truck rallies?
Yes, I do monster truck commercials all the time. Sunday! Oh, yeah. I can't just think of copy off the top of my head, but
Sunday at Qualcomm Stadium, Monster Truck Rally. Bring the family. Tickets $15 at Ticketmaster.
it's always just, crappy voice, screaming stuff. Yeah, I do those. I'm a voice whore, basically. If I can be paid to say it, I will say it. I have very few restrictions as to what I will not do. I do political ads, but not for Republican candidates. Don't hate me, it's just it's just me. I do not do ads for gun and knife shows, ever. I don't. Recently, that little 8-year-old boy was allowed to shoot an Uzi and shot his damn head off while his father watched. You don't take children to gun shows. I don't voice them because I don't want to promote that kind of thing. Hey, if you believe in having a gun, that's fine. Cool, you have that gun. But I'm not going to promote, that kind of stuff. And then the other one, what is the third one I won't do? I guess there isn't a third one I won't do. I'm a voice whore. Sir?
So, as a voice whore, earlier you mentioned that the initial voice of Cartoon Network was inappropriate.
Yeah.
Which job have you had that you thought yours was just used wrong?
Oh, so many. So many.
I mean,
again, it comes down to me impersonating Don LaFontaine doing the movie trailer voice. Just for wrong application.
Home stereo has never been more affordable.
Really? But the worst one of all, I think,
Rady Children's Hospital needs your help. Save the children.
please, not with that voice. Yes, sir.
Who's the biggest asshole you've ever worked with?
The biggest asshole I've ever worked with. Too many cameras going, sorry. Next question, please. Yes, ma'am?
What's the most embarrassing thing you've done when drunk?
Seriously? Well, it happened here at MAGFest last year, but I'm not going to talk about it. If you were here, you'd know. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done drunk?
I've never been drunk.
Oh, really? Good for you. Liquor is bad. Red shirt in the back. Yeah. Yeah, I don't do a good Gilbert Gottfried. I tried. Jimmy Fallon nails that voice, though, if you've ever heard him do Gilbert Gottfried. Yeah. No, I have my limitations. I have a certain range and some that I can do, a lot that I can't do. The ones that for cartoon voices that I do most often for non-paid events. I get paid for them, but they're non-broadcast is what I should say. Smithers and Burns from The Simpsons. Smithers, who is that large voice fellow? That's Jon St, sir. St. John, eh? Wait, Smithers, you're gay, aren't you? Well, I'm happy, sir. No, Smithers, I mean a fudge packer, a road ranger, a brown trout fisherman. Oh, for you, Mr. Burns. So that one, yeah. Those guys. Yes?
Have you ever
For condoms. No, but if I could, Trojan Magnums. All sizes. That would be pretty cool. Or KY Intense. Make the moment special. When the big moment comes and it's time to explode. I'm sorry. Yeah, right here. About the time I was 15 years old, I went from sounding like this to all of a sudden sounding like this. And that's what got me into radio. I was 14 when I first got on the radio. But I kind of sound like a pukey disc jockey that you'd hear in the 70s. Now, here's the Bee Gees Jive Talking on WJNC. I sounded just like that. I have tapes from 30 years ago when I sounded like that. I cannot listen to them. I don't know why I keep them, but you know. All the way in the back there. Yeah, you, supporting your arm because it's been up so long. Yes, sir. No, I don't fight. Verbally, but not physically. Nah, that wouldn't be good. Yes, sir. The most strenuous, hardest voice was Twisted Metal 4, that Sweet Tooth spokesperson. Because I literally lost my voice for 3 or 4 days after that one. Anytime I have to do screaming emotives, and in fact, I'm glad you brought that up because here's something that you may not know. When doing video games, you always do the emotives last. Isn't that right? You do all the dialogue first, and then the dying, killing, hitting, being hit, falling, burning. All of those are left for last because when you do those, you lose your voice. And at the end of the day, you go on like this and you can't talk. So, yeah, again, it was Twisted Metal 4 that wrecked my voice for a while, but it was so worth it. Yes, sir? Yeah, but my name is John, not Shirley. Wow. There were some Duke lines that were not used because even for PC, they said, oh, we can't say that. Because they were politically incorrect. You know, they were naughty, politically incorrect. So, wow. You know, since they weren't used, I mean, we looked at the script and debated it for a while, but then did not record them. Oh, yeah. Oh, can we stop any video recording that's going on right now? Okay, just for a moment, please. Can we stop? I literally don't want this recorded, okay? Any audio recording going on right now? Please stop. Are you audio recording, sir? Or you got a question? Okay, if you have, please stop all recordings. You may resume with the video recording. I didn't write that. I didn't even record it. Okay? Somebody else wrote that. I just said it. Because I'm a... Thank you. Oh, my time is up? Oh, time is up. Okay, one more question. You, sir.
So you say you do a lot of voices.
Yes.
And a bunch of my friends want to know, can you do Christopher Walken?
Wow, that's a tough one. I can, but I have to practice it. I can't just do it. I know. He has such an odd cadence, and his intonations and inflections are wrong all the time.
What, if you make it to our hotel party, we're going today.
Room number?
Hotel party.
Room number? Room number?
1107.
1107. At what time? Y'all hearing this? I'm sorry, just messing with it. Okay, thank you for attending my panel. I appreciate it. Do I get to sign autographs and such up here? Out there? Out there? Is there an area? In the sunken area. Let's do photographs and I'll sign autographs and stuff. But again, thank you very much. I appreciate your time too. And if you have any more questions, I'll be out there, okay? Y'all have fun at MAGFest now, you hear? And tonight at midnight, Alone in the Dark with Jon St. John, please come watch the movie and poke fun at it with me, won't you?